What up guys, my name is Sammy Wellman. Today I'm going to tell you multiple stories about my friend Oli, and I want you to get to know him just a little bit better. Here's a story about my friend Oli. I like to get into it. First things first, right, I hung out with Oli yesterday, went out skating for a bit, and this is a memory to put in the books for me. He was eating some grapes, and he gave one to his dog, but his dog like sort of grabbed his hand in the process of taking the grape. So Ollie's response was to that, instead of saying, "No, bad boy, fuck off," he literally, he grabbed the grape, he grabbed another grape, and fucking lobbed it at the back of the, at the dog. This full on walloped it at the dog, like hit him on the dog right in the back. And the dog just gave him the saddest eyes ever. He looked up at him. Just the worst, like saddest, like why did you throw a grape at me? So we're gonna go through basically like a timeline sort of thing. But there is one thing that Oli did do to me by accident, which caused me to get injured. Not badly injured, but just like a really bad like scrape on the side of my hip, which I still got the scar to. And I got another memory in that same sort of time era, which I'm going to tell after this one. So basically, I was just running around like a normal kid, having a good time, right? And there's Oli standing next to the gate, like standing on the gate, like leaning up against the gate, acting in some sort of roadman bad thing. And as soon as I run past him, he's had the decency to just put his leg out. Mate, I didn't know what to do, so I sort of just clenched up into a rugby ball. I went like 20 metres into this, like 20 metres in front of him. And I just slid across the floor, like literally like a rugby ball. And I got up and the whole of my hip was literally just bleeding and just scraped. And he was laughing. Didn't care for me. I had to walk myself to the to reception to get myself patched up like. No, not him. He was just laughing. That really hurt me. Thank you, Oli. I know you're watching this. You motherfucker. So, another thing that Oli did to me, which is, if I look, when I was at that point in time, I was like, Oli, you're an absolute twat for doing that to me. When I look back on it now, I find it so funny. And yes, he did injure me again. And yes, I've still got the scar to it on my right hip where I last grazed my from when he tripped me up. So I was around his house, and we were being normal kids, and we decided to have a fight, right? So you had this tiger. I had Scooby-Doo. He had Tigger, and we were like literally just like using their hands to fight. And I got a bit aggressive. I disagree on that, but I sort of just pounced on Oli with Scooby-Doo, and I sort of just like started fucking hitting him. So his payback was to get up, drop the teddy, and fucking fly kick me. To the point where do you know he's so much taller than me. It's like looking up to the Eiffel Tower when I'm looking up to him. Like he's busting down a door. Literally, imagine a policeman busting down a door, but that door was me. He lit that was the door, and he smacked, like he just kicked into me. And basically on the floor there was just like miniature like table football sort of thing. And one of the heads of the football players on the table football went into my hip and sort of cut my hip open. And at the point I was like, oh my god, this is deep. This is so deep. Oh my god, that's such an innuendo. But it felt really like, it looked deep, like the cut looked deep. But I went home and everything. I was in pain. I didn't talk to Oli for a long time after that. At that point I was like, Oli, you're now not my best friend, but now my worst enemy for kicking me onto a miniature football. Son of a prick. Now I've got another memory to tell you at the same era this time. Alright, so it's Oli's birthday. I know a lot of things are revolved around Oli, but I have so many memories with Oli that are just funny and just So it was his birthday party. A trampoline, like a bouncy castle around and everything, and we decided to go down to the local park and just be like normal kids and just play a bit of footy like. But next thing I know, I see Oli chasing one of the other people that are there, like same age obviously, chasing him down the street to a point where the boy then trips up the poor sod. And then I was like, fuck, I gotta go stop this, like, I'm his best friend. But I was like, fuck that. And like, the only reason why I said fuck that is because I walked around the corner and Ollie was on the, the guy was on the floor that he's chasing. Ollie's there kicking the shit out of him. Like, literally, like, he's grabbing onto the pole trying to get up, like, risking for his life. And then Ollie's there just, like, fucking kicking the shit out of him. And I was like, Ollie, what are you doing? And then basically a guy drove past and he's like, he stopped, reversed back, and he's like, I'm calling the police. So I was like, at that point, I was like, fuck this, I ain't getting the po-po on me. So I basically was a good friend back to him and legged it. Yep. I legged it back with somebody I didn't even know. I don't know what her name was. I just legged it back with her. And I don't even know I don't even know who she was. Can't remember her name. I can't remember half of what she looks like. Anyway, I legged it back, and as I'm walking back, I see Ollie driving in Ollie in the back seat of his mum's car, driving back to the house, looking very upset just because he got threatened because he got threatened by some old guy. He was kicking the shit out of someone. I was like, Ollie, there's a point in time when you've got to stop. Because that's the point where you're going to kick the shit out of someone to the point in max where you're going to kill them. But yeah, I know someone do that again. But that was one time where I actually shat myself. God, but I can't. It's just so funny walking around a corner and then Ollie kicking the shit out of someone. I didn't expect it. I thought it was been like one of those chase down, like, slappy fights. But I never thought Ollie to get that ruthless. That was like, Jesus Christ. So, I'm at Ollie's house, having a good time. We decided to go down. I came around the point where he was cooking something, and him and his brother were having a fight, and him and his brother fight all the goddamn time, all the time. And so we were. I was in the kitchen with him. So his big brother decided to come in and like fight with him, and he got to a point where his big brother pushed him onto the stove, and he burnt his arm like pretty badly, like not really bad, but like it was like a long line of just burnt skin. So I was like, fuck this, I'm going out the back garden. So I went out the back garden and started playing with his dogs, and I looked back for a split second and I saw Ollie grab his big brother's arm and just kick from underneath his feet. And just imagine someone flying up into the air, like quite high up into the air, landing and then going perfectly straight. Like if he was lying in a coffin, that's why we call him the coffin. Like that, to the point where he jumped into a coffin. That's what we say now. And he just slammed right onto the ground, like flat straight out, like on his back, like flat straight. And he just stopped there for at least 10 seconds. It looked like he was contemplating life. Like he was looking up the ceiling and he didn't say anything for 10 seconds. And then it's like, oh my God. I need to wise up. Then he just gets up and walks off, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? It was a funny time though. I must admit that. So, right, this is a story that I don't want to share because it's just embarrassing. But this is the point where Ollie started to box. He started to get into boxing. So he had these boxing gloves, and we was like, you know what, let's make a funny skit sort of thing and just pretend to knock each other out. And so we did. There were only 2 hits that were real, and there's one of them I'll talk about now. And there's a point where we swapped over, and one punch wasn't perfect, so I was like, get back up and just do it again. And this was perfect, by the way. And as I went to swing in for a soft punch to Ollie, he went underneath my arm and fully fucking uppercutted me into the chin. Literally, like, no joke, his full power uppercutted me into the chin. And next thing I know, I'm dropping to the floor. I would say I got knocked out, but I didn't really get knocked out. I got put to the floor. Like, I literally was like, he uppercutted me so hard. My gum. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but somehow he knocked my teeth together, and the top part of my gum on my front teeth, they started to bleed, and I was dizzy. Apparently I knocked out one of his kitchen lights as well by doing that, because his bedroom's above the kitchen. And I was like, it's your son's fault, he fucking uppercutted me. I had no control over my legs after that point. But yeah, I had that on video, and it's still on video somewhere. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna find that video right now. Right, I have the video right here. That was me getting knocked the fuck out. I wish I could show you the video right now. Actually, you know what? I know it's shitty webcam, and I know you don't like it, but I'm just gonna have to show you on my webcam. Yep, that was me getting brutally smashed in the face by Oli. Oh my god. Like I just didn't know how to experience that. It just really hurt me, and in my pride, in my identity, and it really fucking hurt. Oh, I do regret the day of agreeing of pretending to get knocked the fuck out. Right, so thank you for watching this video on the story about Oli and how he on these little story things. I will bring you another video of some sort. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.